there is more understanding between love marriages and arranged marriages.
Okay, your time starts now.
We support love marriages. In love marriages, a boy and girl chosen their own partner. In arranged marriages, partners are chosen by their families.
But in love marriages, there is less compatibility. In love marriages, there is less understanding.
Take the microphone in your hand.
I am not agree. Love marriages are more understand in arranged marriage.
But after the marriage of love, there is no understanding before marriage. The love between before marriage will decreases after the marriage happens.
Change.
That is what. Don't waste your time like that.
When compared to the arranged marriages, you don't know the other person's value or trust, or you don't know anything about him. How can you know after the marriage?
Because of the family support. There is more family support in arranged marriages. If we have any problem,
To live happily with the other partner, there is no need to have family support. There is to be a trust and affection between them. So the love marriages are better.
after arranged marriages, we can have the trust and family support also.
But after the marriage also, before the marriage also, we can decide how to live after the marriage.
But there is so many family aggregations in love marriages.
But there is no from others' decisions. It's their decision. After the marriage, there will be no regret that they have decided in love marriage.
Will nobody come to see no and speak?
Because of less family support, they can't move further in life. They need little amount of support.
Yeah, but there is not much needed of their family support because family support is sometimes they oppose on love marriages because they don't know the trust and the value of them.
Who said that in arranged marriage there is no trust and love? And in arranged marriage also having trust, and we can choose our partners ourselves also. And we have a choice to choose our life partners. Only parents cannot choose our life partners. We can also choose our life partners in arranged marriages also, no?
Yeah, but most of the cases are not like that.
Time. Days are changed and time is also changing. Who can accept their life partner that he doesn't know about it, and who and cannot, and anyone cannot judge or anything, and people can marry with their personalities, no?
Yeah, that's what love marriage is. Before the marriage only knowing about the other person.
After marriage is also having love, no?
After marriage also.
Relationship.
But I say that love marriages are better than arranged marriages because there is evidence that marrying your best friend leads to 70% of avoid divorce.
In India, there is 90% of marriages are arranged marriages. In that 90%, only 1% can take divorce.
But there will be no understanding between arranged marriage people.
Who said like that? Our parents also do. Our parents also marry arranged marriage also, no?
Your parents will not live with you. They should live.
The partners should live with each other.
The partners should live with each other.
In arranged marriage also having the comfortability, no?
But not much than love marriages.
There is a more understanding between arranged marriages.
Here we have from starting onwards.
But starting, when you start, it is okay. But later on, it will reduce. When compared to arranged marriages, in between it start and we keep on moving.
Then how can you say that in arranged marriages spontaneously it can produce or it can there will be understanding between them at the short period of time.
I'm not saying that love marriage is not a, but when compared to the arranged marriages, it will somewhat be reduced.
Okay, here from it will be there starting onwards. In arranged marriages, it will start from that marriage time. Then how can you say that at that time only, or you can they will, the both partners will be closely move on or understand each other. But here, from starting onwards, they understand each other. They have their own feelings. They have their own way of thinking or taking any decisions.
Yeah, but when compared to arranged marriages, if when compared to love marriages, arranged marriage is so better. And if any small thing happens between them, there is a financial support and family support from both sides.
Yes, but during love marriages, if you see, there will be no dowry aspect if you see during love marriages. But in case of arranged marriages, there will be lot of dowry risks.
The dowry is depending on other family members. If they
Yes.
interested to give, they will give.
Yes, but in love marriages, if you see between the partners and the families, there will be no discussion about the dowry. Also, there will be no discussion of dowry. But in arranged marriages, if you see nowadays, even nowadays, there will be a dowry aspect in the arranged marriages.
In arranged marriage, dowry is not a big problem. Of course, so many arranged marriages they don't have dowry. Some of the arranged marriages they don't make dowry.
Yes, but most of the arranged marriages will take dowry. And this nowadays, this dowry aspect is becoming a huge problem for the parents of the couples.
As you said,
Hold the microphone properly.
as you said, arranged marriages take dowry, but there is a hope. We they live their lifetime with each other. In love marriage, there is no hope when they disputes.
I really don't agree with your statement. Here in love marriages, the couples who having understanding and trust from starting, they will get married and there will be a hope of living together forever in the love marriage, but not in the
But
arranged
after
marriage.
marriage, the love is reduced.
No, not in all the cases, but there will be a chance of increasing of the love, but not the reducing of the love.
In love marriage, there is no cash feeling and there is a feeling. But in arranged marriage, there is so much involvement of families and cash feeling and religion feeling.
Yes, but marriages provide our parents choose our life partner according to our likes, dislikes.
Why is it empty?
Okay, what you were saying?
Marriages, our parents select our life partner according to our likes and dislikes, interests.
Okay. Okay. I'm saying that love marriages will be in ourselves. We can choose our partner with our own decisions, right? And by comparing to arranged marriages, we will see that the parents were choosing our life partners with the dowry, all things, and caste feelings and religions. But in love marriage, we can support, we can calculate our own decisions, and we can spread our love to extent also.
But in arranged marriages, there is a financial security and support, and they will, and both the partners will accept this arranged marriage. And
But
after
nowadays,
marriage, there is a love between them.
during the trade show, dowry was more extent more because for a girl's child, girls' child were suffering to be paying for dowry for boys' kid, and sometimes if dowry was not paid, and the boys' kid was risking, uh,
As they giving the dowry for marriages, but the girls will give, but the parents will give the dowry of gift.
But it was a crime, you know. From government, it was a crime to give a dowry for a boys' child. It was all about equality, equality in both of them.
No.
It's all, but then a boys' child should also give no gift for girls' child.
They actually give the gifts for
Boys'
dowry.
child.
You still have 2 more
The saving
minutes.
of the
In the ratio, by seeing that Google, we can say that in love marriages there are some of what I mean, injuring that girl's child. You know, boys were injuring, and his mother-in-law also were complaining for a dowry and caste religions, and there are also some of problems with the love arranged marriage also. Sometimes love is
But
great.
according to there is a more diverse rate in love marriages, but some diverse rate in arranged marriages.
What arranged marriage and love marriage?
There is less diverse rate in arranged marriages, but more in love marriages. According to me, when disputes are between two couples, it is all between the couple. But in arranged marriage, all the family members are involved, and it will become a big conflict. What if they do not agree with that? If they want to separate, what they will do? What you said that in love marriages there is any conflict, then the both couples will solve that. What if they do not? The only solution is to divide. Then what will they do? Then what in arranged marriage? In arranged marriage, the parents only responsible for that. If they want to divide, means the parents will involve, and uh, they will solve the problem. In arranged marriage, they won't solve the problem. They stress the couples to adjust with each other, but in love marriage, it will be solved. In love marriage also, they will adjust between them. But in arranged marriage, there won't be. In arranged marriages also, there will be love after marriage. But even in love marriage, you have more love than arranged marriage. From the beginning, there will be love, but ending, there is no such thing. Even in arranged marriages, the male domination is more sometimes compared to females. Nowadays, women also rising their parents. But in some
There are more age differences in the arranged marriage than love marriage between the couples.
the rights will not accept that.
But there are more of the cases, there are age
Hold the
differences.
microphone properly.
There are more cases in lot of age difference is more in arranged marriage than love marriage.
There is no age limit for love. If the love means there is no such thing to.
You are supporting our love story.
Huh?
Love marriage, supporting the love marriage.
No, I'm not supporting love marriage.
Because you are saying that
There is no limit for love. In arranged marriage also, if they marry irrespective of their ages, if they understand, they will remain.
due to difference of age difference, there will be more complicated in the couple.
The in that bigger age person will understand the smaller age person and reduce the conflicts.
There are no cases like that.
There will be.
Last 1 more minute.
Marriage is a lifelong commitment, so the decision should be in one's own hands. In arranged marriages, the parents will not accept if the daughter is not in love with them. No, they pressure us to marry them because they only think about economic conditions and the religion and caste. Parents will see if after the marriage, their children should be happy in another person's life. If there is no such commitment, there will not say no. There will be number of matches coming from the daughter or son. Even if they are not happy, they don't tell the parents because of the pressure and what the society think of them. Love marriage have social equality between the both people. Love marriages
arranged marriage are better than love marriage are better than arranged marriage because father and mother are choosing the parents. Her parents are choosing the partner. Love marriage are choosing yourself. Love marriage have between the both people have equal commitment and arranged marriage is resolving the describe the faster and losing their partner.
What did you ask now?
Love marriage between the both people have equality.
Love marriage?
Both the people have equality.
In the arranged marriage also equality.
Most of the arranged marriages, men have many kids than women.
Love marriages, after marriage, they are not adjusted by each other. In arranged marriages, after 2 years, they are after each other and they adjust the problems of the family.
In love marriage, they know each other between before the marriage. They have understanding between them.
And then marriage also.
Before they have understanding. Before the marriage, they have also understanding.
Actually, love marriages, they are fights with each other. In arranged marriages, there are no fights.
Fights have more love.
In arranged marriage also fights to love each
We
other.
don't know fights is
Okay, time up. Yes, you can start. You can start.
I support the statement mobile phone should be banned in college or school because it leads to distractions in class. It is based upon the mindset of students. How can you say it is all for the
Rahul, hold the microphone properly.
It is based upon the student mindset of student. How can you say that all the people have will be distracted? But most of the students are distracted to see chartings or scrolling social media through classes. Yes, you are seeing only distractions. So there are so many benefits like learning from e-classes, and we can easily access the information by using mobile phone. Then what about your opinion? But there are also another sources. For example, if you go to C-Lab, there is no need to bring mobile phones. They already provided a system for us. So it is easy to the people, all the people who are having mobile phone, right? So it is easy to invest mobile phone. So we cannot say all the members can be affordable or not. But they are not. But they are not. All go through the, for instance, they all
They are also another sources by using
What?
they are another sources like our and all during the classes they are only not through the given topic but they used to mislead
But the,
it misleads the topic.
It's not necessary to bring the mobile phones for school or colleges.
I agree with you. But in the home, we can.
Can you switch on mic?
I agree with your statement, but in the most of cases, students must have mobile phones to if any doubts and if any doubts by having the exercise, any doubts you can see on the YouTube videos, like most of video channels and university channels.
We have many computers and laptops in our colleges.
But they're only for a particular lab, only for C, only for math lab. They did not use other videos or
We can use in our home, not use in colleges.
we can use a mobile phone purpose of the education also.
Education also, but do not using classes.
In the you
As you said, laptops and computers are not portable, right? But mobiles are very portable and we can carry them anywhere and we can use them according to our use. We can even do programming or whatever it may be. We can even do it in mobile phones, but we cannot carry computers and laptops everywhere.
During the class, we are not do the programs.
Why not we can do it in a class also? We need to have control. We should be aware that we should not use them in a wrong way. But they are actually very much helpful to students.
All the students not use that in a proper way.
But majority, they are actually very helpful.
Nowadays, it is a very distractful gadget.
Maybe we should not use it for our distraction. We should learn how to use it only for a useful purpose. For a useful purpose.
as we say, I wonder the governments also provide the tablets and mobiles to the students. What's the reason? Why the governments are trust
Because
the mobiles are
because
portable
government
and
is provide to in homes using the tablets. If any doors in homes that use the tablet, that's the purpose government uses.
but then nowadays the educational institutions also provides the digital e-learn except the bunch of books, the small mobile gives more information.
This is the purpose of all purposes in our home, not in colleges and schools. There are teachers and staff to rectify our doors and
The mainly textbooks was used in physical institutions only. What's the reason? The e-learns
and
and
some
other
classes
more apps.
digital in some classes digital they are used to digital projectors like we are explaining teachers.
But all the subjects are not in projected. Example C, it's a compiler. It's also easy to learn in the mobile phone. It's an
That's why
example of coding.
we give only as a one day to computer to learn C language.
But the daily practicing is very important to survey
Class
and
in class we learn the program and in home I will learn how to.
in instead of time, we learn quickly and gaining the some knowledge.
But every student use the same purpose, not the wrong. If having
Most of the cases.
anyone is bored, then go on other apps using that?
But most of the cases, because all the students are not mature. I understand. But the most of the students,
People who are got bored in classrooms, then they are using mobile phones, playing games, watching movies also. But not all the students. Some of the students like that. But more percentage of students are using mobiles in classrooms, right?
Some of the students also using the mobile.
Yes,
phones
who are
for
sitting
use
in
of
first
the
bench, who are sitting in first benches, they are not using mobiles, but who are sitting at class, they are listening to songs also in
The
classrooms.
students who are sitting in the first bench are not the toppers.
I'm not saying that they are toppers. They are using mobiles at class.
And not all the students.
Because of mobiles, we are distracting. We are not listening classes. Means who are using mobiles, they won't listen to class.
It depends on the mindset of the student.
Yes, I agree with you, but many of people means for the people who have mobile, they mostly try to use mobiles for chatting, movies, playing games, and etc.
But not all the students like it.
If we have proper guidelines in our college or school, in this digital world, so the students must be allowed so develop their technology skills.
Not understood.
So what I'm trying to say, understand. In the digital world 2020, so the students should be allowed to carry their mobile phones to develop their technology skills.
But not in classroom, right? We can develop our knowledge and in class
Without
house.
proper guidelines in teacher, it may help it to develop the technology skills.
Students become very independent with the use of mobile, and they are taking every decision quickly by using their mobiles, and they are getting contact with their parents by taking any important decision in their life.
here mobile is also a useful thing that gives the information, and also it can be dependable upon the student how he is using the mobile phone, and also I agree with your point, but most of the cases mobile is very useful. Uh, but we are talking about education institutes, right? Here in the education institute, the digital literacy is very important to a student, right?
Our institutions provide a computers in library, and we can use them at any time during the college time. Yes. But why don't we only use mobiles in class? We can use those computers to learn anything.
I agree with the point, but what you have said that the period is only comes at a weekly once, but a student wants to prepare every in each day. But if we have digital literacy skills, we are allowing the student to recreate the. We are habituating the digital technology. It is very further important in the future after jobs. In olden days, we are after getting a job, we are learning these all the digital literacy skills. But now we are habituating the skills from the school itself and college itself. Good afternoon, Mr. Rakit.
What is that?
How many times you use your library computers in the Indian Institute?
I have used it many times.
How many times?
No question
I
and
didn't forget.
answers.
Self-managed. How many times?
And we have access to use it anytime during the college
Okay, tell me which purpose you use.
to learn things and technology.
Prakash, I said no questions. Just given your argument.
they ask the mobiles are to save your time for any purpose. You learning education purpose, visitation the any institutions classes for any prepare the exams for the mobile purpose. To
Why don't you use computers instead of mobiles?
you carry
Only
the
mobiles are only gadgets to use in college. You register at any website or you prepare for any exam.
it can move the gadget self-rights. It can carry the any place and any forever. But computers are not moving.
Computers are not to be taken by us. They are provided in college institutions and we can use them also. Mobiles distract students while listening to class. Students are so developed that they are using mobiles in exam to cheat.
Use the microphone properly.
Again.
Students are using mobiles to cheat in exams. What will you say?
But present days, you can check.
Most of the students are doing useless things in the class using
The education system is not supported. Teachers are not supported.
without the use of mobile phones, students become very independent in the study. As I said, there's a
It wants preparation. It's not supposed to.
then what is the use of mobile phones in the college?
It have no textbooks and you can ask the
We have sophisticated facilities in our college, like library and computer labs. We can use instead.
Mobile phone is useful when we are in emergency in the colleges.
when we have language and common reception.
When we are emergency, when we are in emergency, suddenly we go.
2 more minutes.
But every student,
Use the microphone properly.
but every time it's not
Very coming on.
but every time it's not
When we can't travel to the landline.
but using mobile phones in institution will distance.
Speak loudly.
Why distracted? We can use it for reading purpose.
For reading why the colleges are allowing the mobile phones? There is a reason in that. Example our college. Why the colleges are allowing mobiles? There is a purpose in that. They are allowing, but they are not told to use. There is a reason in that. For example, our college. But they give instructions to not. But it is useful in emergency purpose.
It's become a fashion for all colleges.
It is not so
They
bad.
allow mobile phones to the colleges.
But there is a purpose in
No,
that.
all colleges are allowing mobile phones. It's become a fashion nowadays.
But study purpose also it is
No,
useful.
for study purpose, there is class notes and class running.
But more time they can't study in books.
Why we can write, why there is going classes? We can write notes and we can prepare at home.
But
Why
books
the
no.
mobiles, the students are becoming individual. They did not spend time with their families.
But mobiles in that we can learn extra knowledge.
Not their colleges providing computers, laptops and labs.
There is a infinite time for that. There is a limit of time for that.
That's enough for learning.
It's not for you.
For using mobile phones, students are distracted towards the social media.
But most of the users
Most
for
of the students are distracted towards the social media.
I agree mobile phones are most important in education institutions. Because students are using their own mobiles to search about their information and e-books access.
Yes, students are searching their information, whatever, but they are going in disorder searching.
They can use it their they can use their own mobiles to search for their information. And if there any emergency, they can communicate with their parents and families.
It is not time for the text in college or searching in college, in class, while during class.
Okay. When a teacher said, open your PDFs in mobiles, what can you do? Definitely you can use your mobile and you see the PDF, right?
But reading all time through PDF leads to health problems, brain problems.
PDFs are not in your books, right? It is used in your mobiles.
By using PDFs, we can't even practice. We can't even put a pen on paper for practice.
Then we write what is perfectly and write it to open
But why ask teacher?
What? Repeat.
But why ask the teacher? Why ask teacher?
That will happen in rare cases, not every time.
It is happen in every time.
No,
Even
not at
our
all.
English teacher also said.
Yeah, because at that time we don't have any books, textbooks and all.
What did they say, please?
She said that in English classes also we are opening mobiles for PDFs and all. At that, I told that at that time we don't have books, textbooks. At that time we not write it. Now we are not using mobile phones, no.
Most of the students don't write the notes as
That only I'm telling. When we write notes properly, then I need to open PDFs and read.
but most of the students not write that so much of
Yes,
the students don't write the notes.
Yes, they can read at home, not in college.
time on. Yes, you can start.
I totally I don't agree with you because
Start it again.
I totally support the vegetarians. Vegetarians are very good for health, and vegetarian diet is naturally low and high. Vegetarian is very low and saturated fat and high fiber, which can prevent the heart diseases, kidney stone problems. I agree with your statement because not all proteins are there in vegetables. There are so many proteins in non-vegetarians. There are like omega fatty acids. There are so many
Hold the microphone properly.
proteins, iron, etc. in non-vegetarians. By eating non-vegetarian, we don't get all the vitamins and proteins as when we eat vegetarian.
We eat vegetables, we get some allergies also, right? Even vegetarians also consume lots of animal products like milk, cheese.
Yeah, yes, you are only saying the correct point. You are talking about vegetarian, right?
Even vegetarians also eat animal products. Why they eat animal products? To gain proteins, right?
Vegetarians eat non-veg. That is based on the people. But you can see that during the pandemic, most of the people used to eat vegetarian to keep their body healthy, so that many death cases also decreased while we consume citrus fruits and etc.
If we eat non-veg if we have any accidents to our body, if they have so many wounds, if we eat non-veg, they will become cured in faster.
Okay, but while you are while any accident is happened to you, the doctor advises to eat only certain food. That means there are many packaged non-veg foods. We should not touch those packaged non-veg foods like canned tuna, etc.
Even in the certain foods also, the doctor suggests us to eat meat.
Doctor suggests us to eat meat, but most of the doctors suggest us to eat vegetarian. Like every doctor says that eating an apple a day keeps your doctor away. But
few doctors suggest to eat non-veg than vegetarian for few accidents. By eating non-veg also we can get more energy in our body. So doctors advise even non-veg also to eat, not only vegetarian.
the doctor advises only if you also include vegetarian in it. You could not completely cook the non-vegetarian without including any vegetables in it.
We can cook it right. Chicken and everything are made without the veg also, right? Like fries and etc. And use it only non-veg, like fish.
The doctor says to eat vegetables mostly because it helps us to maintain vitamins and proteins in our body.
Vitamins and proteins in few vegetables, but we cannot find much iron and vitamins like B12 and etc. which are more found in non-veg food.
Yes, I agree, but it's not completely dependent on non-vegetarian to be healthy. The most portion is completely depends on vegetarian.
If all the people will eat only vegetarian, then the population is getting more increased due to which we are constructing more buildings due to which the cultivation of crops is getting very difficult. So to counterbalance that, even we should eat non-veg also.
But those animals also depend on vegetarian to be alive.
And also agriculture and also animal production, and there will be a lot of deforestation. So they may be will not be like. So to cultivate, to produce amount of animals, we need deforestation, and we need more space.
No, I disagree with you because if we do not control animals, there will be a population blast in the food chain, which results to a havoc in the food chain.
Okay, but when we are consuming animals, we don't know whether the animals were healthy or not. So when we consume unhealthy animals, that maybe internally affects our digestive system too.
That is with the people. The people who think of money. They they grow animals without good conditions. They lead to health issues.
Okay, but the consumers, we have to buy, right? So we don't know whether the animals were healthy or not.
Yeah, we can
So how
check.
can we track?
We can check them and buy.
Okay, we will check. But nowadays, and we will get a stamp from the food department on the animals when before buying the meat. But today nowadays it was becoming as a scam, and it was the biggest scam that was happening now.
No. Who told that plants are not living beings? Plants are also living beings, na?
Okay, but we don't mistreat them, right?
Moreover,
When,
moreover, if we do not control them, the animals only will attack the farms and fields, which you are talking about.
yeah, you're right. But comparing to the health issues, the consumers who are having non-vegetarian, there were a lot of chances
That depends on the oil which they use. Cholesterol, eating non-veg does not lead to cholesterol problems and heart problems.
By eating non-vegetarian, the non-vegetarian contains so much spicy items and it leads to our health. Okay. Then so many vegetarian foods are also made with so much spicy like paneer tikka. How can we cook it? It's no spices, there only. But in vegetarians, it will give so much strength and it contains so much vitamins, proteins. But not in non-vegetarian, we could not get that proteins. Essential nutrients will come from seafood only. We also know that in the worldwide, in Japan, fishes consume mercury and they get affected to the pneumatic disease. When we eat the fishes, we can also affect from them. That is past, ma. So why don't we compare in the present? In present, it has already happened. We can't say that it was again happened. If it has happened again, we can't reduce it. If the experience over but if the fatty acids will come from
Soda industry was
seafood only, and sellers will sold meat by setting egg marks in vegetarians also citrus fruits like lemon, oranges. We are also getting the vitamins from vegetarians also. But actually human body ideally by consuming meat only. By not consuming meat, we can also acquire from vegetarians also. Because the body will fastly absorb iron by consuming meat only. It's not like that we can acquire so much proteins than iron. Protein is more important than iron. With yolk also we get more protein. If we need any infected head or any other, we can affect that one. We can also affect it from the eating chicken or any other meat. Then, okay, vegetarian foods are qualified. It is certified. Yes. How can it be certified? Did you know? Yes. How will you know? And those foods are certified. How will you say that? These non-vegetarian foods are very useful. And you are satisfied with that? That's the point I'm asking you. You said that non-vegetarian foods are not qualified. Yeah, I'm not saying that non-vegetarian foods are not satisfied. Switch on the mic. Switch on the mic. Speak.
There will be imbalance in food chain. If you want to eat more vegetarian only, it is a deficiency of wheat person. It causes shortness of breath.
Check, check.
Hello.
When you compare the cost of the non-veg and veg, when you compare the cost of the non-veg and veg, veg is the very cheap than non-veg.
Yes, veg is cheap, but non-veg is better than veg.
In vegetarian, so many minerals, proteins are available. It is useful to your digestion system.
But when non-vegetarian is better than the vegetarian, like proteins, fatty acids.
You can say that. For example, in Nepal, so many people are not eat non-veg, but they can live healthy.
3 more minutes.
That is they can take a meat. Example like goat. The type of quantity.
Why people are doing exercises, they are doing exercises, eat only vegetarian. Even the bodybuilders also eat non-veg because they have protein, rich protein. Compared to non-vegetarian, vegetarian have more calories and proteins. Actually, a non-vegetarian, non-veg have more protein like egg, meat, and then chicken. Strength of the body while eating non-veg, but after they don't do gym or exercise, the strength of the body will be down. If you eat non-veg more, you can gain more protein and you can avoid exercising also because it will give you more much energy and immunity to your body to fight with the diseases like non-vegetarian. Non-vegetarian only gain only calories or proteins.
Don't fidget with the mic. Hold it properly.
Proteins. Now, non-vegetarian, you muscles compared to you can gain more muscle when you eat meat there, and you do proper exercise and you take proper diet, you can gain more muscles. No, scientifically it's because in non-vegetarian gain muscles only, not food healthy. Food only. If you eat non-veg, if, for example, in COVID time you eat non-veg more, so you gain your immunity more. It makes that it avoids that the COVID attack you. I agree with statement, but in non-vegetarian there is no immunity power. In vegetarian there is more immunity power. No, bro. In non-veg only there is more immunity, so you can gain more muscles. If you don't control the limit of animals, the methane levels get increased, right? Methane, being more dangerous than carbon dioxide, affects to global warming faster. For example, cow. A cow releases a dung. The cow dung has more. The cow dung has more number of methane qualities.
Okay, just talking about the byproducts of cow, right? But as you can see, the live results that mostly aged people are alive till now since they are eating vegetarian in their past life.
Humans are evolved to be omnivorous. Not only plants, thus all the benefits. Eating non-veg also has more benefits.
But the non-veg consists of cholesterol mostly, which harms our body and increases the fat in our body.
Again, that depends on the oil which people use. Non-veg does not affect cholesterol.
Actually, it's not on the oil we use while cooking. The animals itself consist of cholesterol and fatty acids.
That is also healthy to people who suffer from various diseases, right? Fish mostly contain omega and fatty acids, which is more beneficial for people.
But we can see the live results that nowadays many pandemics are arising due to the consumption of animals, and we saw many pandemics in the past like SARS, which was arises due to the consumption of bats. And the studies also saying that there will be mostly many pandemics will be arised if this so on continues.
That is due to having animals which are not insisted to have. Having animals as meat, like chicken, goat, etc. is okay. For that matter of purpose, in COVID times, doctors suggested non-veg to have non-veg.
But we can know that the life expectancy completely depends on eating of a balanced diet. The doctor suggested not to eat any chicken or a non-veg during the pandemic because there are many causes.